Welcome to week 1 of the NFL preseason, where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow. It's the Texans and the football team, and it's coming up next.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Charles Davis alongside me, and I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, folks, the wait is over. Yes, it's just the preseason, but football is back in your living room.
And I'm excited. I know you are as well. The summer heat feels good on these old bones, especially because we're not putting on pads. We don't have to be out there in that heat running into other people. But I'm glad these guys are. Football is back.
Has this one teed up, and we are underway from FedEx Field. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by Josh Rosen, the 10th overall pick taken in 2018 out of UCLA.
Since the Cardinals moved up and drafted him 10th overall out of UCLA back in 2018, Josh Rosen hadn't had much of a chance to get comfortable on an NFL roster. Physically, every attribute you look for in a quarterback, now it's all up to him to make the most of his opportunities.
Rosen's throw taken in by Samuel. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Pretty good start right off the bat there with throws 1 and 2.
He's now locking in on just one target early as he's spreading it around a little bit as this game gets started.
Back-to-back first downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Peyton Turner, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Rosen. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading him out, the former Stanford man. At quarterback, it's Davis Mills.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard pop, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Eric Stokes in on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. On the counter, Hunt. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks. And this Texans defense stands tall. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Mills' throw pulled in here by Powell. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Mills to throw it. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They'll run on 1st down. Mitchell. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Mills now from the 50. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mills. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. 2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On 2nd down now. It's Hunt, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Rosen will throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Washington. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that throw, wow, 72 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Rosen. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? To throw is Rosen. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play. Just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Houston set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Evans. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. From the gun on 3rd down, Hutchins. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off play action. Hutchins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Operating from the gun, Hutchins. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Back to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from Arm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. On second down and 4, Rosen. Got an open man, it's McLeod. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On first down, Cleveland dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
From the 35 on second down, Rosen. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Washington on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, a give to Evans. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Evans. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs. Keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And this will be a Texans first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. With the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Hutchins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, with his size, you've really got to wrap up because arm tackles, they're not going to cut it. And that time, he used his full-grown man strength to fight off his defender and pick up the first down.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. 2nd and 15.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Antonio Gibson and the Washington offense ready to go here once more.
He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get maximum out of him. Typically, these types of backs, it's the accumulation of carries, and that's when you see the damage as the game goes on.
Yeah, let's see. They're going to try to get him into the flow, we would assume, here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for the Texans in that first half. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for Washington, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 73 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And Gibson decides against bringing it out. Josh Rosen heading back out, the focus of our players' spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense taking over again. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Hutchins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Throwing on 3rd and long. Hutchins. He'll flip this out to Evans. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Here's Rosen to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short game that doesn't get him the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side. You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. From the gun on third down, Hutchins. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rosen. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Oh, boy, he got a favorable spot there. The guys on the sidelines were raising their hands over their head and clasping their hands to signal safety. But the official marked it just outside the end zone at the 1-yard line.
Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interceptions so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's a run by Evans.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hutchins. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Texans have taken the lead.
Well, Charles, I think you and I both agree these guys were outplayed in that first half, and the scoreboard reflected that, but they've come out since halftime. They've looked like a different team.
And it makes you wonder what was said and done in that locker room, because they've made some nice adjustments and they're executing better. I think they got some fiery guys on that sideline that had a few things to say at the half, and now they've come out with a vengeance.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 552.
Now it's Rosen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 2nd and 9, Rosen. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Hutchins. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters, and that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Evans gets it again on 2nd down. Evans, fast footwork, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Evans, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Got a man able to find Rodgers. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And he stopped immediately there. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Evans. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Evans again. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Chris Evans punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans will add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
McPherson on for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was finished off by Chris Evans' touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Antonio Gibson. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it's a second down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You've got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Now a throw here to his running back. That catch good for only a couple. Looking to throw again on second down. Rosen under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Washington on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. Off the play fake. Hutchins. And, oh, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
McPherson's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go!
Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Evans gets it again on 2nd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 70 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On the counter, it's Evans. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And the Washington offense going back to work. And certainly this, not the performance that they were hoping for to begin the exhibition season, but still plenty to watch for in this fourth quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. On second down, Cleveland. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be a second down. Now Rosen looking to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Another try after the first down sack. Rosen, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Levante Bellamy, 54 yards. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
One final shot here for Rosen. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. But still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure. But that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready. Because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.